Hello everyone, so Baruuk Prime has been out for a couple of days. I have been vigorously testing him out to find out what is the best build for you guys. In today's video I have only one build which you can of course change out to your liking, and I'll give you some tips and tricks, some abilities and mods that you can use. And without any further delay, I'm your lovely host the Game Weasel, and let's get straight into this. So quickly off of the bat, why am I only showing you one build? Well, personally, because in my honest opinion, most of you are going to be using one or two builds. I will be quickly telling you which abilities that you can change out, what you can do to make the Warframe play better for your, of course, playstyle. So without any more further delays, I guess, let's get into the abilities of the Warframe. Now, of course, he has his passive, Restrained Meter. Now, this Restrained Meter can be drained with his first three abilities. Once you drain it even a little bit, you can use his fourth ability, Serene Storm, which is his primary ability. Keep that in mind. When this Restrained Meter is fully drained, you get a 50% damage reduction, so honestly, pretty goddamn good. His first ability, Elude, enabling you to dodge incoming projectiles and also attacks in a certain radius around you, so this is based off of range. If you have a lot of range, you're gonna get 360-degree coverage. If not, well, you have a certain, I guess, radius around you that is covered and a certain that is not. Keep in mind, Elude is basically only active when you are not attacking, so once you attack, Elude is basically not gonna do anything. Now, Lull, the primary Restraint Meter Drainer, basically puts enemies into sleep, so a little bit of range would be very, very nice here. Also, the subsumable ability if you're really interested. Desolate Hands, summoning daggers around you that seek out enemies' guns, disarming them, very, very nice, and also giving you a 90% damage reduction at a dagger cap, or I guess just at cap base. And Serene Storm. Now, let's talk about Serene Storm a little bit. Of course, it summons his exalted weapon called Desert Wind, and that is very, very nice. This ability is your primary damage dealer, and believe me, it can do a lot of damage. First of all, I see some people saying a couple of things about melee weapons and stuff like that, so let's clarify that. First of all, if you build your combo counter with your melee weapon, then you're gonna get the red crits, that is amazing, but you're not going to be getting the damage numbers. Now, what you have to do is build combo with Desert Wind, or I guess you could call it Serene Storm, active. So build it up either through sliding through enemies, doing slime attacks, or slam attacks. These are the best two ways that I found of building combo. Now, once I got that out of the way, the three most important mods to have in your melee weapon are the Gladiator mods. So, Vice, Rush, and I forgot the third one, Gladiator Might. These three mods are very, very important to have. I use it on my Guandao. Keep in mind that you do not use it on the weapons such as Zorus and stuff like that. That can combo reset, because then it's going to F up everything. Now, why do I say that? You will see in a little bit, because there is a certain Warframe ability that you can subsume onto him where whatever I just said is not applicable and not useful for you at all. Now, the build itself. The build itself is pretty plain and simple, and for our first ability, we have subsumed Nourish. Yes, Nourish from, of course, our good old friend, what's his name? Grindel. Yes, there you go, I forgot his name. What will this do? Well, first of all, it's going to give us extra energy from energy sources such as energy balls and stuff like that, so that's very, very nice. And second of all, of course, it gives us viral on our attacks. So even on our Serene Storm, we're gonna have viral as an attack. So that is very, very nice. Another cool thing is when enemies attack us, there's gonna be small little explosions of viral as well. Now, the only, I guess, bad side is that this ability doesn't give you health in the Helminth, but other than that, it's still an amazing ability. I love this ability on Baruuk. This is my one and only primary Baruuk build. For, of course, the mod config, sorry I didn't show it earlier on, we have a Steel Charge, Handspring, or put here Prime Surfer. Definitely this is gonna save you a lot of dying and just a lot of damage that you could have dealt. Handspring either, or what's his name? I forgot to Prime Surfer. I can't really put Prime Surfer at the moment because I don't have an Umbral Forma. But, talking about Umbral Forma, the Umbral mods Vitality and Intensify, Adaptation for survivability as well, Blind Rage, Transient Fortitude, Reactive Storm, we'll get to that in a second, Streamline, and Near's Hatred. Now, you might be saying, well, why Near's Hatred? First of all, you get extra 15% duration. Nice, extra 150 health, pretty good. And third of all, you get more damage on your slam attacks. Even better, because of course if you want to build combo, you're going to be doing ground slams, and this will benefit from that. The two arcanes are Fury and Blessing. Honestly, this can be changed out for whatever you want to. In my honest opinion, Arcane Strike is much better because you get more speed, but I don't have Arcane Strike. But there you go, you can use that. I mean, imagine it's there. Just imagine it's silver and it's there. And Arcane Blessing can be changed out, for example, for Molt Augmented if you want to. But honestly, I love Arcane Blessing. I've been using it more and more. An amazing arcane to have. Now, let's talk about, of course, the augment of choice, Reactive Storm. This is a must-have mod. This mod gives you 250% status chance and also gives you adaptive damage to the enemies that you're facing. So, we're facing Grineer, I can't speak, Grineer. Okay, amazing, corrosive, here I come. Plus, you're gonna get viral from Nourish, and also, you're going to be getting impact procs because, of course, this weapon's innate damage is impact. So, that is very, very nice. One thing I forgot to mention, you get a 40% damage reduction once Serene Storm is active, so another 40%, pretty goddamn good. And basically, how is it going to be the playstyle? You probably already know, but let's say, drain the restraint meter, activate Serene Storm, do damage, keep draining it, activate Nourish every couple of minutes, or I guess couple of seconds, and there you go, pretty much play. Now, what can be the build that you can use also? First of all, his first ability, in my honest opinion, is not very good. You can't attack, you can't do damage, you're basically standing still. His second and his third ability are basically always active, so the destroy meter is still going down. His first ability can be changed out for Nourish. His also Pull from Mag, that could be very nice as well. Another great ability is going to be Pillage. With Pillage, you're going to get overshields. That's nice. And you're also going to armor strip. Now, why do I say this is good? This is really good because in this situation, you do not need the damage buff of building your combo with Serene Storm. What you can do is build up combo with your melee weapon. And then, once you've done that, you have red crits, you have a little bit of a damage buff, and then just attack. They are basically just having health, and that is not important. They don't have armor, they don't have shields, just basically attack them. In this situation, you do not have to build Serene Storm. If you don't have it, I would much rather you guys build your combo with Serene Storm. Now, honestly, these are just a couple abilities. So Pull and the Pillage are, in my honest opinion, really, really good to use. Turbulence is nice as well, but I prefer Pull from Mag. Honestly, these are like my top 3 builds or top 3 abilities that I would use. Of course, Nourish as well because I'm using it, but Baruuk can be made in really good ways. I've seen some people put a Gloom as well. That could be pretty good, but honestly, I wouldn't use it personally. Of course, a couple of tips. If you're going to be using Pillage and or Pull, change out Nearest Hatred for Stretch and or even maybe a overextended mod, but I wouldn't really prefer it because it lowers power strength, so less damage on your Serene Storm. But, you know, you can test it out if you want to. And if you, for example, are using anything else, any other focus cool other than Nerimon, which I do definitely recommend with Power Spike. What does Power Spike do? Power Spike allows your melee combo counter to decay instead of disappearing completely. This is a must-have also if you don't want your combo counter just to go away. I did forgot to say, the actual build of the Desert Wind looks like this. Basically, you're going to be focusing on damage, critical damage. I also have Corrosive on here as well. And Quickening, honestly, gives you attack speed, which is very nice. And Berserker, these two abilities, or I guess these two mods are definitely a must in my situation. Couple of things that I want you guys to keep in mind. First of all, Quickening, in my opinion, is very, very good because I hate building combo with Serene Storm, and this makes it much, much easier, either through sliding through enemies and or just attacking them with slam attacks, and this makes it much easier. Drifting Contact is also good, but I much rather prefer Quickening just because of the attack speed itself. And in this case, I do not even need Arcane Strike because I already have a pretty decent speed buff. Now that I've talked for 10 minutes, I basically wasted your time anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, do leave a like, a comment, and do subscribe for more, and I will see you guys on the next one. This has been the Gaming Weasel, over and out.